Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our campaign in Factorio, a rocket per patron. So I've decided that these look not as good as this. And also this is, I think, going to tile better when we someday eventually do beacons. So even though I spent a little bit of time building it, I'm going to take it apart. Also, we're going to take apart these. And I've made more labs in my pocket. So that's good. We're going to throw all of this stuff into that one. Grab those. Throw all of this stuff into that one. And then we're going to blueprint. Nope. That back in there, please. Blueprint this. And it goes. I want 3 tiles in between. I need room for the beacons. I know they get smaller over time. We're gonna go like here. And then in theory, I could go here. In theory. I could move the whole thing for now. I think I'll do. Just shift it. I mean, it doesn't have to be anywhere. It could just be up here, for crying out loud. Just put it up here. I think I'm the only one that actually has any of the labs on me. And because the personal roboports aren't going to do anything, even if I did have one. Just have to throw these down. But this is such a temporary, like, rarely constructed thing. I'm not even that worried about it. We'll put one more there. And that is how many of those I had made. Okay, so we're done with laser turret damage 5. There's still, of course, laser turret damage 6, and, you know, many, many more than that. But what we really want right now are speed modules. Energy consumption, yes, let's make this one happen. Speed modules, go! Our very first modules are going to come out soon. We're excited about this. What were you going to be? Probably something else related to modules. Module contacts. Yeah, I mean, we've already got gold here, right? So we're going to need those. And you're going to be restricted based on module contacts. So that'd be speed module 1. Let's go ahead and just immediately knock out speed module 2, because why start with speed module 1s? I think you can go all the way up to speed module 3s, like, very easy tech. In regular Bob's mods, by now we'd be done with the campaign, but, all the Angel's Petrochem, like, gating the crap out of my ability to get modules with that. The lithium-ion battery and the thermal water and blah, 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 blah. Yep, module main boards. That's all we need. And I think we already have some of those. Well, actually, I think that's something I'm not crafting. So, that is going to be a problem. Let's see. I've been using this smaller layout, but bearing in mind that we want to keep a 3x3 grid down the center, I should just grab you. Actually, let's do this. We'll go 3 over here for now. Start here. We'll go 4 tall. We're going to use this guy as our 1. Now, that layout worked well because it was only requesting. It had no need of output. And if this was full of beacons, then this might not actually be large enough for enough inserters. Because I've got to feed... If I had a chest here, I've got room for 5 inserters, roughly, in this little corridor that can reach. But that's not enough for input-output. So we actually did not do it this narrow. And should instead at least do... Let's see, if I did that, in theory, I could have a requester chest, output chest, inserter, outsider, inserter, outsider. I could go this close. let's do that. And we'll go, there's fine. All right, so there's one more tier to this module stuff that I need, which was was it the module main boards that we're not making? Guess we can make them on this side since we've already got the ferric chloride solution here. I have no idea how many of these we actually want to make. Let's just start with 2. Okay, so in general, we're going to go like... I want to follow like a template. We'll go requester chest here, output chest here. The feeder for this machine will always be directly above. The feeder for this machine will always be directly below. And actually, if we want to make them even faster, we could do it the opposite. So the feeder for this machine is actually above, which feels weird, but should work fine. You're going to grab from the machine and then drop off like down there. Oh, down there. No. Let's just not do that. Let's just do 45-degree angles. It's just too wonky looking otherwise, I think. So input, output, input, output. Bit of alternating, we'll do the same thing here. You're just going to grab like that. You're just going to grab like that. Make this 100, 100, 100. And the actual unloading will be done somewhat similar. Okay, let's put our restrictions on here. Logistic network condition, modules, module main board needs to be less than 500. And for you. I love having robots flying all over the place. It takes so long to get to the point where you actually have these things. Okay, so now that those things are being crafted, we should be seeing some actual research being done. Next, I want to set up a chain of these guys. Let's go groups of just 2 tall for now, because I'm kind of low on these right now, and actually we should be trying to make assembly machine 5s. Actually, I don't have the tech for it. Okay. Well, I can get the tech, and I can make them, I just don't have it currently researched. The only thing we're missing from this little template, then, is the actual output for these machines, which would be straight right, straight top, and straight right, straight down. Now I can't not try to make it better. Darn it. Yeah, I need you as a template so that I can have the crafting thing, and then I'm gonna change it. You're gonna actually grab from like up here. No, not there, right here. And that's just a better angle. And then I guess I didn't need that template, did I? It would change the angle of the inserter. And we should do it the opposite again. So put it on the further distant spot is just gonna unload better. Got a smaller angle. Much smaller. It's confusing as hell trying to keep track of where the darn inserters are, but yeah. So same thing here. You should actually be unloading this machine, and you should be unloading that machine. So you're going to grab from the opposite side, down by 2. And you are going to grab from the opposite side and still output to where you were. You need to be restricted based on electronic or main module boards by 500. Let's just check to make sure that I didn't make any big mistakes here. So you're going to there. And you have like the best angle ever. That's the same angle there. It bugs me that there's like 1 or 2 that are just kind of not able to reach like really, really close to each other. Oh well. So that's speed module 3s. Let's now go up the effectivity side, or the productivity side. And let's start making some actual speeds. So we're going to copy this. That was quick. Okay, you are going to make the first tier of speed modules. And we'll just do regular requesting. I think we need a lot of module contacts, which we're not making that many of yet. We may want this to be more module contacts. But they are actually really easy to make. Might have this made over here since it's already got the ferric chloride solution nearby. Means we can copy paste that requester chest to here. Get rid of the fiberglass board. Connect in the ferric chloride solution. Get your output chest. You're actually going to be restricted based on the correct thing, which is the module logic board, I think is what they are making. Yes. Okay, next we'll do efficiency. Okay, so since you're making those, that means that these guys can be repurposed to that, and these can be set to the module contacts. Those should be made a little bit quicker now. The only thing you're missing is module cases. We need to request plastic and aluminum. I'm excited. I'm excited because we're actually really starting to make some progress here. Usually when you get to this stage and you start knocking out modules, things pick up rather rapidly. Module cases, again, less than 500. Take a new blueprint of that now that I've got all of them set with some sort of a filter. How come I can't see the dot on that one? Just based on where this guy's arm rests, maybe? Oh, no, it's, yeah, it's there to the left, and when I have him resting there, it kind of covers it. Oh, well. Okay, so we got some speed 1s. Look at that. We actually have speed module 1s. Straight up into think it's probably going to be easier just to use a... Well, hold on. Can I make modules in the better thing? Probably. Yeah, of course I can. Oh, I couldn't. Yeah, of course. Of course. Well, I can make the cheaper parts. I can't make the actual modules. Okay, so that's good. You can make it too. Okay, there's efficiency 3. We knocked out all those different tiers. Now, here's where we need speed circuit boards and the main module main boards. That was different. Up until then, we didn't need them. Let's just knock out all the different module techs. But I think I do have... Do I not have some in there? There are some module main boards. Not a huge amount. Okay, I want to go speed first. Really, everything's pretty much all set up. I just need to switch up to the next tier on these numbers. I think maybe 500 might be a bit of a high number for overall module production, though. We should go with 50? Yeah. I'm gonna go with 50. Of each tier of module. So we don't completely overload the entirety of the system. Now, don't worry, God modules are actually disabled by default in Bob's mods these days. They are a thing that even Bob thought were maybe a bit ridiculous. So you guys are not crafting because we lack speed module 1s, we lack speed module 1s because we lack module cases, we lack module cases because they just don't produce super fast. It's just one module case per 10 seconds. Wow. Okay, so one case every 10 seconds with a crafting speed of 2. That's 0.2 cases times 2 machines. I'm getting 0.4 cases per second, and at best, this machine would consume 1 every 10, divided by... or times 2. Each machine's trying to consume 0.2, and I'm only producing 0.4. 1 every 10. 1 every 10. Yeah, so I need... Do you use module cases? No, you don't need them. I could pair this. I could have these 1, 2, go with these 2, and then just feed the machines that way. Might work. Let me keep the ratios in order. So you need plastic and aluminum. But that means that tiers 2 and 3, I don't need that many machines for it. We'll get it done. That's fine. So 1, 2, and then you'll be tier 2, you'll be tier 3. Means that we now have excess of that production. I don't think these are used for actual science. We're not making any pollution cleaning, so I don't know why I thought that research would actually get done. Hey, you know, effect transmission would be pretty sweet if we could get some, oh, I don't know, some beacons. Meanwhile, we do have 17 speed module 2s, so let's speed this process right along, huh? What do we lack right now that we need the most of? These seem important. And you guys are not crafting because of the lack of module cases, so... Module cases, anyone? And now all the math goes out the window. Pretty much. That's effect transmission. Again, we can immediately go into effect transmission 2 because there's just been such a strong gating behind the ability to get modules that I'm pretty much going to skip modules Mark 1 and go straight into modules 2. Or sorry, beacons 2. Grab a couple more of those, throw them into here. You're still trying to make 500 cases. You're only trying to make 50. Eventually this shouldn't really be there. Because module cases, those are... I don't think they're used. Except in the productive... Yeah, they're not used for science. They're just used to make the actual modules themselves. So we do need to just keep a nice little 1-to-1 ratio. I could give the robots a little bit less work by having these machines feed directly into those machines then, instead of even outputting into there. That kind of ruins my blueprint. Let's take one more copy of this blueprint. And let's actually add it to the thing. We'll call this 2x2 beacon corridor. Effect transmission 2. No way we can do effect transmission 3, right? Unless we get advanced electronics. But beyond that, yeah. And I could totally make almost everything in there except for the electronic processing boards. We want advanced electronics. Grab these and pair these into this machine. Okay, if I remember correctly, you feed directly into this? No, completely separate. We do use module cases as part of research, apparently. Really? When do they get consumed? Higher tier, the highest tiers, maybe? Yeah, starting on tier 5, we need to actually consume cases. Well, I guess it's a good idea then to keep some that are extra, that are outside of that normal scale. Alright, so why aren't we making any of these ones yet? Well, it's because we're not requesting the right stuff. We need speed logic boards, speed 2s. We've got the speed 2s in there. Let's see. Why don't we try making some beacons? These beacons are probably going to be the absolute best thing that could ever happen to this factory. We already have a beacon. Oh, we're about to. Beacons on research would be nice. Considering how few of this, or little of this I have. So a beacon. There's a modules lab, we don't need those. This is the beacons? The beacons. So there's still 3x3 entities, even on the Mark II, but the distribution efficiency is already at 75% compared to vanilla, which is 50. And you'll notice that the AoE of it is much, much bigger compared to a beacon Mark I. Let's cancel that and make a regular one so that we can, for comparison's sake. So if we throw down the Mark I beacon, look at the difference in size. It's massive, absolutely ridiculously improved. So, the first machines to receive purple science packs probably should get beaconed a bit. We'll put a beacon, like, right here. And that'll cover 5 of the machines. The question is, which beacons do we want to, or what type of thing do we want to use? Well, I think we want to use all of the things. This leads to, apparently, all of the things. We wanted beacon 3s. Let's just not do any research for a second, so we can accumulate a few purple science packs, maybe. And get the beacons operational before we waste them, because that seems somewhat intelligent to do. Kind of running a little bit low on space right here, though. And then beacon, maybe a beacon. How much of those beacons? Beacon? Or it's beacons. Yeah, we got room for these here. Doesn't quite cover all of them. If I did this, it does cover every single one. Increasing energy consumption in favor of speed. That doesn't actually save any resources. It just sort of makes things easier. It's clearly the productivity beacons and that kind of thing that we need the most of right now. I don't know that I actually need to request batteries anymore. Alright, let's just, we have a copy of that in the foreman thing, so let's just copy this whole thing out of here. Fill the requesters. Manually place the actual machines that do the things so they don't have the recipes. And then put down new requesters. And go with, yes, you can be that. You are going to be, I want productivity next. Productivity 2s, productivity 3s. Check your numbers. So your module cases, you're now going to be tied to productivity 1s. Productivity 1s. 2s and 2s. 3s and 3s. And they do actually have the exact same requirements, so I guess I didn't need to. Well, this tier does. The next tier does not. The only thing we're lacking to make the actual speed 3s is the speed module 2s need to get brought into the machine. We'll bring those over by 1. Bump that guy up to like 20. You need speed logic boards. Three of them. We should make this 60. I want to keep that same ratio. And then you need 5 transistors. And I've requested 20 times the amount, so that's 100 transistors. Okay. And then we will copy you down, subbing in pretty much all of this. So you're going to be activity 1s, activity 2s, lacking module cases, which is because there's no plastic. Well, there's probably a reason for that. There appears to be plenty of propane. It's just a matter of converting the propane that we have into actual plastic. The plastic coming in from up here from the polyethylene is not very high. Got plenty of naphtha. That's not the shortage. It's probably the polyethylene gas. because it's ferried over and the storage is pretty much dried up and stuff and things. But we got plenty, should have, plenty of the actual, those guys. Probably. And here's where things get a little bit interesting. It's actually cheaper to use Speed Module 2s already, even just Speed Module 1s. It's better to put down these guys than it is to put down more machines. And it's also more convenient, so that's nice. I want to make these, yes. I want to make Chemical Plant 3s now. Not only do I want them to have better overall ratios, but I also want to do that. They're not even upgradable. Even though I can copy paste the recipe. Weird. Aw, they only have two? They only have two spots? I thought that the tier 3s would have another spot for me. Darn. Now, as far as beacons go, that part I'm not so sure about, if beacons are immediately good to put down. In fact, I shouldn't put them down until I know for sure that they're going to be beneficial, because this is just costing me a half megawatt for no reason at all if I don't have the modules in it. I feel like they shouldn't do that. Like, the beacon should just turn off if it doesn't have any modules in it at all, but that's part of the penalty of using beacons, is that they are expensive as far as energy goes. Now would be a good time to maybe consider beaconing some steel production. If I could get at least a couple of the productivity modules out. It's just the productivity circuit boards. They're over there. If I overloaded the robots now. No, there's plenty of room. Are we not requesting them? Ah, we're not requesting them. Maybe there was something I was missing. That's immediately being turned into a productivity 2. Sweet. Somewhere along the way I'm going to have to make the actual productivity logic boards and speed logic boards. Productivity and speed, those are the two main ones that I want. I do want pure productivity. We're going to get those soon if we do module effect combining. That requires me to get the full pollution cleaning and pollution causing circuit boards up and running, which isn't very hard to do, but and also, I don't really want to invest too heavily in very many of these modules, because I think it is still, if I remember correctly, it's slightly cheaper to make. Here, let's look at the module effect combining. Okay, so we're going to be able to make raw speed, and there's going to be 2 different recipes for it. And this one requires a speed module, an effectivity module, and 1 solder. This requires all that crap. Speed, effectivity, module case, module main board, module contact. But if we look at the actual cost of an actual speed module, we're already paying for most of that stuff. So it's cheaper to make them directly into the combined modules than it is to make them into the higher tier things. So I actually pretty much stop all of this and get that research immediately. And just start making the combined modules right away. Okay, fine. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do then. We're going to copy you twice, once, and I guess twice over here. Never mind, not there. Like here. And you are wrong. You need to be that one. That should be enough already. Let me get my science going. You're going to be based on the cleaning circuit boards. Or sorry, pollution producing circuit boards. Same threshold on both of these, because this is still 50s. We want 500, because that's what we used on the other tiers. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm not going to want to make 500 pollution-causing things. Since they're used for science, we might want them. Okay, so 500 of that one, 500 of that one, 500 of that one, 500 of that one. And we're probably low on the basic module board production. But module effect combining is already well underway. The very first tier of the module effect combining is going to give me the ability to make what? I still need the speed circuit boards, the effectivity circuit boards. I don't need even tier 1 of the other thing. I just need to make straight into the raw speed. So all of this is wrong. Should have thought about it a little bit more before I put it together. Oh, well, that could have stayed. That part's not wrong. Well, kind of it is. Yeah, it kind of is. Alright, there we go. Module effect combining, and we want... raw productivity requires pollution cleaning modules to be at tier 1. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to take a break here, but as soon as we get the raw speed, that's where things can go even faster without extra power cost either. And then the raw productivity is just going to give us extra stuff, which is going to start to multiply in with all kinds of stuff. It's going to be great. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.